Hello and welcome to another new episode of Learning Simplified. In today's tutorial, we will be creating a menu and we will put some drop-down links to it with the aid of our admin dashboard panel. So let's start. Now, if we get back to our pages, here it is, pages, all pages. If we click here, we can see that there are some additional pages. Those have been created by us. Some of them into our previous tutorials and some of them are behind the scenes. I'm sorry for it. But we needed a lot of pages here in order to demonstrate our menu creation tutorial with the aid of WordPress. Now we will be getting back to this appearance, and here we can see that here goes a menus item. So if we click here, we can see that we can directly reach into this menu part. So let's once check it again. We are now into the dashboard panel, and if we get back to appearance, themes, customize, widgets, and there goes the menus item. So there goes the edit menu option. Now we can use the existing menu that has been previously created over here, or we can create our new menu. And in this context, I would like to say that all the themes, those are present into our WordPress, all individual themes, they practically support a different number of menus. Like in this particular case, we are using this WP 2017 theme here. So this practically supports a single individual menu that will be present over here. There it goes. So this is the segment where your menu will appear. And this is the only part where you can set a menu, and you can create another social link menu at the bottom part, at the footer part, but it is not up to mark. We need to rely on to this particular segment where we can insert our menu. So here we will be creating a new menu in the first case, and we are naming it as primary menu. So there it goes, the primary menu. Here you can see that in this menu settings segment, you can auto add pages. So if you check this box, that means in future, the more pages you create, it will be automatically added to the menu that will be created here, and it will be added to this particular part. So you can do that from here. You can display the location. Top menu currently set to top menu, so we need to display this location, and on this extreme left part we can see that which pages are to be shown into this particular menu part. If you want to display your posts into this particular menu segment, then you need to select all those posts. Those are seen over here. In case you want to set some of your own links into this particular menu item, then you can do it from here. You will be needing to provide a particular link text, and then all you need to do, you need to set this URL and you need to click this add to menu button such that that menu will be chosen as your primary menu option. So we are getting back to these pages. That is why we have created so many pages here. From here, we are choosing this particular, for say, services, our portfolio, about, home. Home is already been chosen there. We are choosing up to this part, these 4 menu parts. Those should be observed into this particular segment. So we are adding this to menu, and we can see that this menu is now added to this primary menu holder. And now if we just save this menu and display location where this menu should be displayed now, it should be displayed in the top menu part. That means over here. So that is why we need to check this box, top menu, and we are clicking on this save menu option again and reload, and we can see that all those particular pages, those we have chosen to be displayed into our menu location, those are now being displayed over here. But I think those are pretty much in a reversed order, isn't it? So we need to set this order first. The very first menu item should be home, then there should be an about us section, then should be a services section, then should be a portfolio section. So this should be the order. So that is why we need to modify our menu items, and in doing so, all we need to do, we need to just click on these individual menu items and we need to drag them to proper orders. So we are keeping it on top of every other menu items present over here. In the similar fashion, we are picking this about page up into the rank such that this home, about, services, our portfolio, all they are now arranged into a particular order. So if we now just click to this save menu option, and if we now get back to our page, before reloading, care to observe that services comes first, then comes this our portfolio option, then comes the about us section, and then comes the home section. But if we now reload, we can see that in the reverse order, home is now appearing first, then comes the about menu item, then comes the services menu item, and our portfolio menu item. So this is how you can rearrange all those menu items as you wish. You can set into a different order if you wish to do so. Now on the other hand, as we have discussed earlier, that we need to set some drop down, such as in case of this services menu item, it should be holding two more drop down menu items, such as this web design and graphics design. So what to do then? Let's get back to our admin dashboard, and in the very first case, all we are now doing, we are checking this graphics design box and this web design box, and we are now pressing this add to menu, and we can see that graphics design and web design is now included into a primary menu. So if we now save menu and get back to our project and reload, we can see that graphics design and web design is now included into your menu item. But this is not the desired thing that we intended to do. We need to show these two menu items right below this services box. That means there will be a drop down box in this particular services menu item. So that is why we are getting back, and we are first of all dragging this graphics design, providing it into a little intended space, and we are releasing our mouse click, and we can see that this graphics design, it is now practically a sub item or a sub page of this particular services box. In the same manner, if we drag web design and if we keep it in and if we place it here, we can see that web design is, on the other hand, has now turned into a sub item of this services menu item. So if we now get back to our project, check here that graphics design and web design is now appearing into the main menu part. Oh, sorry, I think we haven't saved this menu yet. So if we now get back to our project, now if we reload, we can see that an arrow icon is now appearing right beside this services menu item. If we now just bring on our cursor over here on top of this services menu item, there goes the drop down list. It is now showing you a graphics design and a web design part. That means both of these pages are now a sub menu of this particular services menu item. So that is how you can create your own menu item. If you click here into this graphics design, you can directly reach into the page that you have created. If you click here web design, you can reach into the page that you have created. So this is it. This is how you can add new menus into your web page, and this is how you can create drop down links whenever you want. So this is the thing that we need to know from this tutorial. Hope you guys have liked this tutorial. If you guys have liked this tutorial, then do not hesitate to hit that red subscribe button down below. Hope to see you guys in our next tutorial. Till then, bye.